Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. I thought we'd have a quick talk about Ross locks, and I'll just focus you up there so you can see the detail. I'll pull these ones apart here. So there is a difference. What we have here is a Ross 600. You can tell by the key. Ross 600, and then we have the Ross 100s. So they do come in different orientations. So you've got left-handed, right-handed, keyway up, keyway down. They also come with weld-on cases, and they're also an Australian product. In terms of strength, you go from the 100 to the 600 to the 700, and the 700 definitely is even stronger than the 6. The 6 is a great lock because of the price. You can weld it on. It comes with a weld-on case. Also comes with an armoured, like that. There's your weld-on case there, so you just stick a weld around there and you're good to go. Also comes with an armoured plating which you can put on in here to stop people drilling through, and they are quite a good lock. If you try and pick one, I've seen people on YouTube and they're saying they pick a Ross lock. They're only picking the 100s. I haven't seen too many people try on the 600, and I'll show you why. Let's grab a screwdriver here. So the 600 has more security, has different levers. Let's first of all have a little squizzy at the 100 so we can compare levers with levers or apples with apples. And these people still make locks. They're making all sorts of things now. They're working with another team of people called RM something, and they're making the new electric strike which has the key override and things along those lines. Why is this case so stubborn? There we go. Okay, Ross 100. So as you can see, open-ended levers. Each lever, we're going to have to really zoom in here to give you a look at this. Okay, Ross 100. So each lever has some false gates in there as well. So as you can see right about there, you can see that if you're trying to manipulate this, you're going to get caught up in some of these false gates. They're accurate as well, so there's not a lot of tolerance when you actually do get it to the right spot. You need to lift all 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, yep, all 6, and also moving the bolt throw to be able to manipulate this lock open. So not an easy feat, and there are some people on YouTube who are doing it, which is great. But I'd like to say to them, try the 600. Because this kind of separates the men from the boys. I remember, is this a 600? I think it is. Yeah, pretty sure it's a 600. Let's have a look. I remember to be part of, I think it was Master Locksmith Association. I think it was one of the requirements of opening one of these, and it's definitely a more trickier lock. Oh, it's a 100. Let's push him aside. Let's get one out of the box, shall we? That way we're guaranteed. Okay, there's a 600. That's what I'm looking at. It's been a while since, where are we? There. It's been a while since I've played around with these. So yeah, the weld-on case, you can put your armor plating in here to stop it. Comes in 2 configurations there of the keyway, but you can get other ones. You can also get them key-alike, so you can buy 2 of them. It is a minimum requirement for a 6-lever lock on any firearm safes in I believe Australia. Could just be New South Wales, but I believe it's Australia. So if you're going to be building a safe for firearm purposes, you will need to get a good decent lock like this. I like the Ross because you basically can just weld them into position and they're good to go. Cut out your keyhole and, you know, there you go. So there's your casing there. I believe you can flip it. Is that right? Yeah, you can flip it. Flip it if you want. Let's not get our screws too mixed up here. They go over there, they go there. There's a case. Now, let's see what makes a Ross 600 so special. Lifting, opening, and there we are there. Okay, so you see those levers, even tighter tolerances. They have little anti-pick mechanisms there, allowing you to get snagged up on the bolt throw. And what else they've done is they've done 3 levers at the back, 3 at the front. So your bolt throw is now in the middle, which makes it even harder to get any sort of tension on it. Makes it even harder to try and manipulate open. So yeah, if you want to try picking a Ross safe lock, try with the 600, because that's a lot harder. But I'm not finished. This one will definitely separate the men from the boys. This is a Ross 700. Now, even being able to defeat these locks, there's various ways that various safe openers know how to defeat locks, and I'm not going to tell you on how to do that because they're safe for a reason. They're designed to keep people out. So these keys here, look at those keys. That's a key and a half. Picking this one, even more complicated. Defeating it, even more complicated. I had to open one on a safe, and literally I ended up, well, I couldn't force it, I couldn't drill it because I had armor plating. I ended up having to use alternative barbaric methods to get it open. What I mean by that is a lot more drilling than what I would normally think of. The casing's a lot heavier, size-wise, side by side. See? Little, medium, large. Oh, you can't see. There we go. Little, medium, large. Let's get back down there. Get back down to business because you want to see what's in this. Well, there's nothing wanting to come apart today. Okay, almost there. A few more love taps. Okay, there we are. So, look at those levers. So we got opposing levers, and how many do we have there? Jeez, to be honest with you, it's been a while. I'm not sure. I've got to lay these back in order because I want to get this back together. I bought this for a safe, and I want to put it in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 there. I'm going to have to zoom out. I'll zoom back in later on so you can see. So we've got 5 there. Let's keep them in order. Then we have our bolt throw. So our bolt throw once again is in the middle. We have a curtain here. We have a curtain. We have a locking curtain lever. And then we have 4. We have another 4 of those. Another 4 of those levers on the back. And look at them. They've got that false gate. They've got a very fine little edge right there to help you get trapped on. So they're not exactly easy. They're opposing with the bolt throw in the middle. 4 at the back, 5 at the front. So that's 9 in total if I'm counting correctly. 2, 4, yeah, I'm counting correctly. Plus we also have this one here, which is on the curtain. And the way they design things is generally everything has a bit of a security point to it. So I reckon that one there would have another point to perhaps make this a little bit harder to turn, or perhaps even block you from being able to pick up the bolt, because this little notch right here is what drives this bolt here. So I'm yet to see anyone pick Ross 700. That's what, isn't it? Ross 700, yeah. I'm yet to see anyone sort of pick this one. I have seen other people do the 100. I haven't seen too many people do the 600. 600 is definitely a bit of a challenge. Can be done. But yeah, the 700, no, I haven't seen anyone do that. Even cutting the keys now, these opposing keys, they're not much fun either. You need a special jig, or, you know, look at the length of them. So, cut a long story short, if I was to use any safe lock on my safe, my own personal safe, I'll be using the 700, or 700 for sure. Even just the bolt, the way that all these parts connect, and as far as trying to defeat it various other ways, which other locksmiths know what I'm talking about, it's extremely solid. This bolt here is one, this bolt here on the 600 is another, but this bolt here is even stronger. So it's definitely stronger. I mean, this material here, brass, big difference. Size wise and stuff, you know, it's comparative. It goes into, it's got the same footprint as like an S&G 3-wheeler or so. It's got the same sort of shape on it. You'll probably be able to do some sort of interchanging sort of functions. That's probably why they've gone for that size on this particular one. But that's what's inside a Ross 700 safe lock. And yeah, there's no way I could pick it. I mean, to be honest with you, I haven't even tried, because I just don't even have the tools to do it. and knowing the strength of the other ones, I've got to pick a Ross 600 first before I, sort of start on a Ross 700. So I've got to get it all back in there nicely together, so I can use it on the safe which I bought it for, because I bought it for a safe that I ended up having to put a few more holes into. Even getting this back together is going to be a bit of fun. I can tell it's going to be fun. Okay, let's get these down there. Let's set that back down there. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere now. Let's put this opposing. It's got a little cutout on this side here. Put that one in there. So yeah, if you're up for a challenge, by all means, give it a go. And if you are able to do it, let me know. I'd love to incorporate it in with a video, because I haven't seen it done. Not yet. So these locks are an Australian product, made by Ross somebody, and he's very well known in Australia in the there they go again. Very well known in the locksmithing trade. Yeah, it's been a long time since I rebuilt one of these, maybe 15 years. But I just saw somebody on YouTube picking a Ross 100, and I thought, oh, okay, maybe somebody would like to know, or somebody would like another challenge, and that would be not to build one. Building one's kind of the easy bit, although I'm struggling with it at the moment. Things are flying everywhere. I will get this back together, but picking one, different ball game. Okay, this is one of those two-handed operations where you don't want to let things go, and even there, okay, so I finally got it back together half an hour later, and it was an absolute nightmare. I mean, I could do it again, but basically this lock here is key retained, so you can't take the key out. There is a little notch there you can fold down if you wanted to make it that. So precise that basically I had to rebuild it, using the key, and halfway through I worked out why it wasn't working. It's because I was, keying it up from the wrong side. Really precise. Every part of it was hard to pull apart. Very well made, very tight tolerances. I had it all in the right order. It wouldn't even start to work, or it would work, it was clicky, until I put the actual casing on. The casing is such a tight fit, so very impressed with this lock. Very challenging. Look, if you really wanted to annoy someone, give them one of these to do a change combo on a job site. You will absolutely make them want to resign. This thing right here is, that's what type of lock we're talking about. It took me half an hour on the bench. I mean, I haven't played around with one of these for a long time, and I haven't had to rekey one in the past. We normally just buy them and bolt them on, but I had to rekey there because I didn't take enough care in the order that I laid the discs out, thinking that it'll be a straightforward, nice, easy pull apart sort of thing and put it back together. but as you can see, it took some time to get it back together. The levers go one up, one down, one up, one down, and just rebuilding it took a bit of time. So yeah, it's a challenge. Go for the Ross 700 challenge. Try and pull one apart, juggle all the discs, see how long it takes you. As far as the 600 here, I mean, they're not too difficult. I'll pull one of these apart. So you've got 3 on one side sprung this way, 3 on the other side sprung that way, and I can put that back together. They all kind of do hold, just as I said that, they all kind of do hold together, and there is a bit of a trick to pulling them all apart and rekeying them, that sort of stuff. And once you get that trick down pat, it's generally not too big a problem. I hope I'm not going to have the same problem as I just did. No, no, what is happening? No, now one's jumped over here, now they're jumbling. No, I don't like this. I don't like this. Everything's falling apart on me now. Okay, did we get it all in the right direction? Did we get them all in the right order? So yeah, they can be a bit of fun. Ross 600 is definitely not as much fun as a 7. And another one I wish I hadn't have pulled apart right now. Okay, we're all together very delicately. Oh. Okay, let's hope we got that one back together properly. Where's our lead? Where's our lead? Here it is. Okay, moment of truth. Did we get this one back together properly? Nope. Anyway, the Ross 600 is definitely not as hard to sort out. If you're up for a bit of a challenge, then have a go. We do sell them on our lock shop, and you can purchase them there, an Australian product. Leave your comments down below, and thanks for watching.